Did you guys know that I've been slowly conditioning myself to drink coffee? I feel like I should be an iced coffee girly, but I'm not. At work, there's this drink I get, and it's essentially brown sugar syrup, oat milk, coffee, and ice, and I get it with boba too, and it is the most delicious thing I've ever had. I'm constantly craving it. And so my plan was, earlier, I was gonna go get one of these drinks from my work before I started this readathon, but it's midnight, so I went through the fridge and I found my mom's coffee ice cream from Trader Joe's. Now, I'm also like 95% sure that the ice cream has been there for several months. So I don't really know how well that's gonna work out for me. I'm also lactose intolerant. Did you guys just hear my dog pass gas? Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Serena and welcome back to my book nook. So we're just going to jump straight to the point. Today's going to be another 24-hour readathon, which basically means I'm reading from midnight tonight to midnight tomorrow, so 24 hours straight. And I'm going to try to sleep as little as possible and just do nothing except read the entire day. I'm very excited for this because I actually haven't picked up a book in 2 weeks, so I really needed just like a day to read, relax, unwind. Obviously I'm gonna try to see how many books I can get through today, but that's not really the goal of today's video, just because I think making it a challenge would sort of put stress on me, and that's like the last thing I want to do right now. I am a little bit worried, however, though, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to stay up. Again, no caffeine, and I've been sleeping a lot earlier recently. Just a heads up, my room is genuinely a mess. Like, I actually haven't cleaned it in weeks, so please, no judgment here, you guys, no judgment. I blocked out the entire day for this. I am going to start off with Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one I am very excited for. I think that it'll be a good book to start off with. Hopefully it doesn't lull me straight to sleep. Fun fact, my headphones broke, so I have to use wired earphones until I can order new ones. I'm waiting for them to go on sale. If you know me, you know that like my purple headphones are basically a part of my identity. So without them, I'm going through a bit of a identity crisis, but it's fine. Hopefully I don't fall straight asleep. I do think I am gonna fall asleep soon though. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes, like, actually they're so heavy right now, and I literally can't even keep them open, which is not a good sign. We're gonna try to stay up. I don't think it's gonna end well personally, but we'll see. Good morning. It is now 10 a.m. I fell asleep around 1 a.m. So we lost about 9 hours of my readathon. But it's fine. Is this great for my readathon? No, but it is great for me. I didn't make it very far in Daisy Jones, but that's okay. I'm sure the rest of the day will go better and I won't fall asleep again, but no promises. In my last readathons, I didn't sleep this long. I'm just trying to maintain a positive attitude now, even though this is not really a great start. Losing 9 hours off of 24 is a pretty hefty chunk. I'm just gonna try to stay awake now and get started on Daisy Jones and just finish it as quickly as possible. So it's about 11:40ish and I'm about halfway through the book. It's actually really good so far. I'm very thoroughly enjoying it. I'm getting through it pretty fast, I think. I keep picturing Daisy Edgar Jones as Daisy Jones. Even though the writing style of this book is a different format than usual, I think that it's so extremely captivating somehow, and I Oh, I just love Graham and Karen so much. Actually, they're like my favorites. I was a little bit hesitant of Taylor Jenkins Reid after The Seven Husbands. But yeah, I'm kind of starving because I haven't eaten anything. So I'm gonna go eat some lunch and then we're just gonna go jump right back into this. Why is this man everywhere? Why is he everywhere? Why? So it's about 2 p.m. and I finally finished Daisy Jones and the Six. So that was a really good book. I finished it in about 4 hours, more like 3.5 because I ate lunch. But it was a really good book to start off with. I really enjoyed all the different perspectives of all the characters in the book. I think it was really interesting, also the way it was written. I think it was also really good testament to her writing style that she was able to make all the characters have such distinct personality. Low-key, I did not like Billy or Daisy, which I think is sort of indicative of how much they feel like real people, you know what I mean? Good characters should have complexities and they should make you feel a bunch of different things. I do, however, wish that the climax was a little bit more explosive, like there was a bunch of build-up and tensions that I didn't really feel like paid off very well. Now I'm super glad I can watch the show when it comes out because I've already read the book beforehand. The plan is I'm going to update my storygraph and then I'm going to update my post-it wall and then I'm going to try to get started on the next book as soon as possible. I think the next book I'm going to start on is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is a book I just recently got. I feel like after Daisy Jones and the Six, I need to cool down with a cute little romance book, you know what I mean? And I'm really excited for this one. This has actually been on my TBR for quite a bit. And honestly, I don't really even know what it's about, but I am hoping it's going to be good. Yeah, so far we have one book done. Technically, I only have like 10 hours left. I know it's a rom-com about like two little like movie lovers. I love movies. I love books. I love love. So let's see if this book is any good. I just flipped to the end to check how many pages it was and I found this super cute soundtrack and then I looked it up and it's here on Spotify, so you already know I'm going to be listening to it. So it's about 3:30ish and I'm about halfway through the book. It's good so far, but it's also, oh my god, there were so many cringy, painful parts. At some point, the characters talk about spilling tea. Stop. I don't mind modern references, especially with like referencing movies, that's fine because those are classic, those are timeless, but referencing like songs and slang. Also the main character, she's like quirky but like in a really like, oh, it's not good. It's not quirky in like a cute way. It's quirky in a very, if I knew this girl in real life, I would hate her. No, but other than that, I think I'm exaggerating a little bit. The book is still pretty cute. Like, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy it. I think that the author is a little out of touch because I feel like when you make contemporary romances, you have to focus on not making them too contemporary, you know? They can't be too engrossed in modern culture, otherwise it loses some of its classicness, you know? But yeah, we're gonna continue reading. So it is 4:45 and I have officially finished the second book. You guys, that was really cute and I cried, okay? But in my defense, I cry when reading any romance book, so that's not really anything special. But this was so cute. Put me in such a good mood. Now, on to the next book. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna read yet. I'm gonna browse my shelves. So it's literally like only 5 p.m. and it's already getting dark outside. This is terrible. I hate it. So these are some of the books that I was thinking about reading. Looking on it, they're all kind of like heavy, dark, serious books, and I'm really feeling the romance section again. Like, I was considering doing a reread of Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, or I might tackle a visit from the Goon Squad or Gone Girl. Maybe Her Body with Other Parties. So it's about 5 p.m. and I've decided to go with Her Body and Other Parties as my next read. I really thought about it and I was like, you know what? I can probably hold off on the romance for now. I should probably actually read some of the books on my TBR. And also, I decided Her Body and Other Parties would be a really good pick for the weather right now. Like, this is a fall winter type book, so I'm gonna light a candle and then I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna read this. And I picked it because it was also shorter. It's only about like 200 something pages, but I am like 95% sure this is gonna take me twice as long. Whenever it comes to like literary books, it always takes me twice as long to read them. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna try to get through this book, listen to some Phoebe Bridgers, because that's the only music you can listen to while reading this, you know? So it is about 7 p.m. and I'm halfway through the book. I was right. It is taking me like twice as long to read this book than I expected. But this book is so... I don't even know how to describe it. It's very surreal, very... turns your brain into mush is like the only phrase I think that can accurately describe it right now. I think that the writing style is, you know, very dreamy, very surreal, very makes you feel like you're in just a completely different dimension. I think my favorite story so far is definitely The Husband Stitch. That story just really resonated with me and I think I'm probably never ever gonna forget that story for the rest of my life. But I just finished her short story, Especially Heinous, 272 episodes of SUV or some SVU. SUV is a car. That story was hard to get through, let me just say that. I don't think I'm the biggest fan of it. I did not understand it at all and it just felt like I was just reading to just finish it and get through it. The point is, we're halfway through the book and so we're gonna continue reading. I might eat dinner soon, but who knows. So it is 8:40 and I've officially finished my third book. Towards the end, I wasn't really processing what I was reading. Like, I noticed I was just reading the words, but I wasn't like understanding any of it, so I had to reread it a couple times. I think after this book, I need a way more lighthearted read, or at least I need to take a little break. Is it even possible to get tired from just like straight reading? This book, it was really good, but also at the same time, I can't really tell you anything that happens within the last half of the book. The writing style is also very, I want to say like morbid and disturbing, but also very, I don't know how to put it. It reminded me a little bit of a Tessa Moshfegh, but more surreal, more fantasy-ish, or not fantasy, but it blurred the lines between reality and fiction, you know? Like, I remember back in English class last year, we read this story that was about like magical realism. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like this lady who got bit by a magic prawn and her niece got turned into a doll or something. I don't know, I don't remember, but it reminded me a lot of that short story from English class. I think that this book had one of the more distinct writing styles I've read in a long time. Anyways, I'm gonna pick my next book. I might take a shower real quick. I do think though I might have enough time to finish one more book today. Okay, you guys, so I'm having some trouble deciding my next book. I have 3 main choices. So first, I could do a reread of Normal People by Sally Rooney, which is one of my all-time favorite books. Or I could do a reread of Book Lovers by Emily Henry, which is also one of my all-time favorite books. Or I could also reread Prisoner of Azkaban by, we're not going to say the author's name because they're a terrible person, which is also one of my favorite books. You guessed it. It's very hard for me to decide. I might just like ask Siri to pick a number 1 through 3 and then have her decide. Actually, fun fact, I set my Siri as a British man. I have no idea. I have no idea why I would do that. No idea. Okay, so it is 9:30 p.m. I don't know what I've been doing for the past 50 minutes. 50? Well, I took a shower and I changed, obviously. This is my MILF shirt, by the way. It's my Phoebe Bridgers Man I Love Funeral shirt. I decided on my next book. I'm going to read Prisoner of Azkaban simply because I low-key just want to watch a movie right now. I don't even want to read anymore, and this is one of my favorite movies. Like the movie version of this. I literally have a poster of it up on my wall, as you can see right there. It's just a book I've always loved and held dear to my heart, and I just again want to reiterate, I in no way support J.K. Rowling's actions or comments. I think she's a terrible person. We don't support TERFs here. Yeah, with all that being said, I'm just gonna jump straight into this. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are already starting to get heavy. And it's only 9:30. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been getting my sleep schedule in check, you guys, and it's terrible. We are making slow progress on the book because I actually keep getting distracted by my phone and other things, like trying not to fall asleep. So, not doing so hot in the final hours. Okay, you guys, it is officially midnight. I didn't make it very far in Prisoner of Azkaban. I only made it about like halfway. Basically, that's it though. We're gonna end the readathon here. So it's time for a little reflection. Overall, I finished 3.5 books, which is, I'm pretty sure, a lot less than I was expecting. But I also slept a lot more than I was expecting. So overall today was a pretty good success. I managed to get through 3 whole books on my TBR and reread some of my old favorite childhood books. Could it have gone better? Probably. But it is what it is. I'm just glad I had a day where I had a chance to unwind, to read, to relax. And I will say that the books I read today was a very good selection. I enjoyed all of them pretty thoroughly. I think Daisy Jones honestly had the biggest impact on me. Like, I remember it the most. Better than movies, such a cute read, except it was definitely cringy at times. And Her Body and Other Parties, out of this world, phenomenal. Such a good book. And now Prisoner of Azkaban, you know, it's one of my comfort books. Just my entire life has been really busy. You know, I feel like I haven't had time to do this channel anymore, which is really upsetting because I told myself like a year ago that I would make this channel a priority, and I haven't, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry if it wasn't as like interesting as it used to be. I'm out of quippy, witty one-liners. I'm just not as funny as I used to be because I'm too tired now, I guess. That's all I have to say. If you watched this entire video, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, don't. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. I will link all the books in the description below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.